Let's get right into it. Hello and welcome to my 75 Hard Video Journal, where I do hard things for 75 days and then I get on camera and talk about doing hard things for 75 days. What is going on, people? This video is for Wednesday, July 26th, 2023. Also, day 59. Day 59 of my 75 hard journey. That means I got 59 days in the books and 16 days to look forward to. So what's going on, people? Let's talk about the 59th day. Let's talk about how it went. I also want to kind of dig deep into my plan for my next book that I'm reading. So today I got my two workouts done, both cardio workouts. I'm preparing for this obstacle course. I still got the obstacle course coming up in Wednesday, 3 days? In 3 days. So Saturday, I do have the obstacle course, which is going to consist of about 3.2 miles running, as well as I think 21 obstacles. So these obstacles are going to range from rope climbing to wall climbing to farmer's walk with sandbags, tire flips, all those type of things. I do want to record some content during that. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do it. Maybe I might have my girlfriend record something. But she's not going to be doing it. She's probably going to be doing it from the side, recording it from the side rather. It's going to be tough. I think I want to do something about that. So we'll see how that goes. But that is coming up in 3 days, y'all. Training for it was doing pretty well, but then for some reason when I would run, my feet would hurt. I always had some kind of issue with that. It has with running on hard surfaces. For some reason when I run on hard surfaces, my feet, there's just like a pain that goes through them, and it kind of works its way up to my inner thighs. As of late, it hasn't been as bad, which is giving me a lot of hope and giving me a lot of resolve, and thinking that I'm definitely going to continue. I'm definitely going to be able to compete in this obstacle course. So we're doing better on that end. Training hasn't been crazy, but I've been taking a step back because I do not want to go in there tired. Nor do I want to go in there with my feet actually hurting, so I can exert everything that I can during the obstacle course. What happens is that usually I go for like a long run or something of the sort. That's when my feet hurt. So I've been keeping it pretty. I've been doing what I've been able to do without feeling any type of pain. So running up and down steps, no problem at all doing that. It's only when I run on flat surfaces for a long time. So for example, even for the longest time when I went to go to the gym, going on the treadmill would just trigger my feet pain for some reason. But I could go on a Stairmaster and put it up to like 9 speed and just go forever. So definitely something I want to get checked out and want to look at somehow. But for now, we're just gonna fight through it. I mean, David Goggins did it. I can do it. So that's what we're gonna do. Obstacle course in 3 days. I'm mentally exactly where I want to be. Physically, I would like to train a little bit harder, but I think I'll be fine regardless. And we're gonna see. We're gonna enjoy the time. We're gonna have fun. But most importantly is that we're gonna continue to improve. So I believe there's another one. This one's coming up in Hoboken on Saturday. I believe in October there's another one in Manhattan. So I might do that one too. And in that one I'll probably sign for the elite class, in which case I'll be able to compete for medals and whatnot. So that sounds fun. That is going on with the with my physical, with my fitness. But let's talk about this book, right? Right now, for my 10 pages a day, I'm reading How to Win Friends and Influence People. Now, this is a book I don't know if you guys tuned into the last video, but I did read this. I listened to it on Audible, 8 years ago now? Yeah, 8 years ago. The summer of 2000, oh no, the fall, rather, of 2015. And I listened to it on Audible, so I listened to the audio version of the book. But this is my first time having the real physical copy in hand, and we working through this. And the thing about going for a second time is that I'm really trying to extract as much as I can from this book. This is something that I definitely remember some principles and I use them day to day in my life now. But this go through of reading this book is going to be a really in depth go through. When I listened to an Audible, I don't think I went. I listened to the preface of the book. I think I might have just started from chapter one, and the preface in this book is actually gives you some insight on how to how to go through the process of reading the book, how to actually study the book, and how to implement it and get the most out of it. And I think this is something I missed the first time going through, which is why for the longest time now, I don't know how long, but I remember, as far as I can remember, especially when I have my physical books, I read these things from cover to cover. So any preface, any introduction, um, acknowledgments at the end, I read all those. And it's funny, believe it. It's funny that I talk to people, and a lot of people skip those. Uh, I never really understood why. I mean, I like reading things cover to cover, and if I'm not reading it, I'll at least skim it to see what the author is saying, because if it's in the book, it might be somewhat important. But some people just skip introductions, some people skip prefaces, some people skip the acknowledgments at the end. I don't skip any of that. So reading the preface in this book, it literally gives you 9 suggestions on how you get the most out of the book. So running quickly through them, the first one is to develop a deep driving desire to master the principles of the human relations. So basically, um, get deep into it, like really immerse yourself into reading what the information in this book. The second one is to read each chapter twice before moving on to the next. The third one is to stop frequently and ask yourself how you can apply each suggestion. The fourth is to underscore, highlight, underline any important ideas that you see. The fifth one is to review the book every month. Sixth one is to apply principles at any opportunity. Seven is to make a lively game, make a game out of learning it. So, for example, getting a friend or a spouse or something to give you $1 or a dime every time they catch you um, violating one of the principles. Oh, right, well, sorry. Rather, giving your friend or spouse $1 or a dime whenever they catch you violating one of the principles in the book. Next is to check up each week on the progress. So take some time each week to check up on your progress of how you've been implementing the ideas and things that you could possibly work on and whatnot. And then the last one is to keep notes in the back of the book on how and when you apply the principles. So, oddly enough, I was gonna do a lot of this stuff in this in these suggestions anyway, but now I definitely have a plan, and because I understand, because I already read this one time, and because I understand that I'm still using some principles in it to this day, I really want to dig deep into it and really get the most I can from this book. So I'm going to be doing that. The most of these things I'm going to be doing, I'm definitely going to be reading chapters twice. Or whenever I finish a chapter, I'm going to go back and read it another time. My first run through, I'm going to read and highlight it. Then my second run through, I'm going to go with it with my notebook. I'm going to have a notebook dedicated only to this book, and that's how I'm going to be reading the chapter the second time. And then I'm going to, after every chapter, I'm going to give myself an actionable step. So a goal or something that I want to achieve after reading that chapter. If I wasn't doing the 75 hard challenge, I would probably tell myself that I need to hit that goal before I move on to the next chapter. I think that would be good. But I don't want to let that get in the way of reading my 10 pages. So for now, I'm going to continue going. But once I'm done with the challenge, I believe I might do that. I think I'm going to read the chapter one time, highlight. Second time reading it, take notes in my book. Once I'm done with the chapter, give myself an actionable step and not be able to move on to the next chapter until I've completed that actionable step from the previous chapter. So that's going to be my plan moving forward for these, because I think that's going to be a really good way for me to learn. The weekly reflection, I kind of do something similar to that weekly reflection, just like an overall life weekly reflection, but I skip that a lot. I don't do it every week the way I should. I'm not consistent with it. So I'm going to add that into my calendar. the time, see, my problem is that the time that I usually schedule to do my weekly reflections is Sunday morning, which I skip a lot because sometimes I go out Saturday night and I sleep in on Sunday morning. So let's say if I Sunday mornings I have that schedule for what, like 6 or 7, not maybe 7 or 8 in the morning, because I do have my MMA training at 11, which is an hour away. So at 10 o'clock I have to leave the house. Basically like 9:15ish, 9:20ish, I start getting ready to go out, so showering and all that stuff. So 7, 8 in the morning usually is when I want to get that done. But let's say I go out. Let's say I go out on Saturday night and I'm out until 2, 3 in the morning. It's tougher, even later. But it's tougher to wake up at that 7 o'clock time and do your weekly reflections. So I gotta get better on that end. So, which is fine. Life is just a overall process of refinement and fine tuning what you're gonna be doing. So I'm gonna figure out a process that works for me. I'm gonna be doing that. But I mean, I'm gonna have a weekly reflection to look over my progress in applying what I learned in the book. And I am gonna have my book right here next to my desk, and I'm gonna refer to it every month. Can I do that? I don't see why not. At least every month for the year 2023. So right now we're in July, July. So August, September, October, November, December. I say that's pretty good. Then after that, maybe I'll check in on it quarterly. I'll see how it goes. I'll see how it goes. But yeah, that's my plan for how I'm gonna read How to Influence and Influence People, and we're gonna keep rocking, guys. We're gonna keep rocking. I'm still drinking my water like I need to be, still following my diet like I need to be. I almost forgot to take a progress picture today, which is crazy. I almost forgot, but I got it done. So we're still rocking. We're still rocking and rolling. It's day 59. Tomorrow's gonna be day 60, and that's when I'm gonna catch you guys. But for now, done.